Sydney Sweeney versus Blake Lively. Why survivors say Christy got domestic violence right, even if it flopped. Sydney Sweeney's boxing biopic Christy may have flopped at the box office, but survivors and advocates say it got one thing strikingly right: how to talk about domestic violence. The 2025 film, which chronicles the life of pioneering boxer Christy Martin and her abusive relationship with manager Jim Martin, opened at just $1.3 million before suffering a historic 91.7% second weekend drop, the steepest ever recorded. Yet despite its commercial failure, it boasts a staggering 98% popcorn meter score on Rotten Tomatoes, AB+ cinema score. It has sparked serious awards buzz for Sweeney, who is already racking up honors, including the Spotlight Award at SC80 Savannah, the Hamptons International Film Festival's Achievement, an acting prize, and an upcoming Virtuosos Award at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival. And while ticket sales dwindled, the film's promotional campaign struck a nerve for reasons that had little to do with Hollywood gloss. Sweeney consistently centered Martin's lived trauma, rather than softening it for mass appeal, emphasizing that the abuse storyline was just as crucial as the boxing narrative itself. She's an incredible role model, so being able to bring her story to a wider audience and hopefully save lives through that has been the greatest gift that I could have ever been given, Sweeney said while discussing the film at Deadline's Contenders Film, Los Angeles. Producer Carrie Kahanska-Roberts echoed that focus, stressing that the team viewed the film as a conversation starter rather than pure entertainment. To come out of it, to be able to tell stories that are impactful, but to make a difference, to hopefully be an avenue for people to talk about it and feel open about their own situations and people they know, she explained. Both women also made clear steps to protect Martin during filming. The most graphic attack scene was shot before Martin ever arrived on set, with Sweeney explaining, "We want to protect her from that." When Martin eventually walked onto the set, the entire crew stood and applauded her, a moment Sweeney described as deeply emotional. Seeing her stand there in front of all of them, I think the importance of the story we're telling really hit everyone. At nearly every Q&A, Sweeney said survivors came forward to share personal stories. Martin herself reportedly hoped the film would become something fathers show daughters as a warning about abusive men. These are things and signs you have to look out for as you enter relationships, Kahanska-Roberts said. To know how the manipulation starts. It's such a gray area. It's very important we talk about it. Christy is alive today and she's incredible and she's just as strong on the inside. We're just here to celebrate her. It's a very personal issue that's important to me, and I hope that through Christy and her story, it can raise more awareness, Sweeney told Variety. Sweeney further reinforced the message off-screen, selecting the National Center on Domestic and Sexual Violence as her chosen charity for Variety's Power of Women event. Additionally, she partnered with American Eagle to create the Sydney Jean, a limited edition design featuring a butterfly motif symbolizing domestic violence awareness, with 100% of proceeds benefiting Crisis Text Line. Even after Christy underperformed, Sweeney doubled down on its purpose rather than retreating from the conversation. This film stands for survival, courage, and hope. She wrote on Instagram, "We don't always just make art for numbers. We make it for impact." She concluded, "If Christy gave even one woman the courage to take her first step towards safety, then we will have succeeded." By comparison, Blake Lively's promotional tour for It Ends With Us, also a story rooted in domestic violence, drew intense criticism for what many viewers perceived as a tone-deaf focus on aesthetics, fashion, and light-hearted chatter. Adapted from Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, the film follows Lily Bloom as she navigates an abusive relationship with neurosurgeon Ryle Kincaid. Yet early marketing emphasized florals, romance, and Lively's creative vision rather than the trauma at the heart of the story. The backlash intensified after Lively hosted a breezy promotional interview with co-stars Jenny Slate and Isabella Ferrer and Arthur Hoover, during which the group laughed about zodiac signs, dream jobs, and anxiety around horses, with no mention of domestic violence. "We didn't talk about our movie at all. Thanks for joining us," Lively joked at the end of the segment. Social media erupted, with viewers calling the approach shallow, tone-deaf, and an insult to DV survivors, accusing the actress of promoting a film about abuse as if it were a rom-com. In response, Lively later shared a statement acknowledging the theme, writing, "It Ends With Us is a story of the female experience. all the highest highs and lowest lows. She also posted a violence against women PSA and statistics about intimate partner violence, alongside links